Good morning and welcome to the daily news trends on SSiTV Africa. More health workers are needed in Gauteng. Gauteng Premier David Makhura says more health workers are needed in the province. Makhura says all healthcare personnel from now closed Charlotte Maxeke Johannesburg Hospital have been deployed to different health facilities across the province. He says over 5,000 additional healthcare workers have been contracted to help deal with. The province is under increased pressure with COVID-19 infections and hospitals admissions rising rapidly. Makhura was speaking at the Chris Hani Baragwana Hospital in Soweto on Monday, where he welcomed military medics deployed to assist at Gauteng hospitals. Makhura says Gauteng is on fire when it comes to COVID-19 infections and has appealed to people to take the lockdown regulations seriously. Lesotho government embarrassed by nationals involved in illegal mining activities in South Africa. The Consul General of Lesotho says they are embarrassed about their countrymen's involvement in illegal mining activities in South Africa. Silimo Tabane was talking to Northwest Premier Job Mokgoro ahead of the identification of 10 decomposed bodies at the government mortuary in Klerksdorp. 20 bodies wrapped in grain bags were discovered at the abandoned mine shaft of Ogni last week. Most of the deceased are believed to be Lesotho nationals. Lesotho authorities met with the government provincial at the Matlosana local municipal chambers in Klerksdorp on Monday. Both sides expressed concerns about the unlawful activities. Premier Job Mokgoro says illegal mining is costing the South African economy around 14 billion per annum. He says the operation seems to be well organized. Senegal pair accused of murdering farm manager to apply for bail. Two men accused of the murder of a 21-year-old Paul Roux farm manager Brandon Horner are expected to apply for bail in the Senegal Magistrate Court in the Free State on Tuesday. Last week, the court heard the DNA results of bloodstains found on the clothes of Sekweche Mahlamba and Sekola Matlaletsa did not match those of the deceased. Horner's murder fueled racial tensions in the eastern Free State town. Members of the farming community from all over the country descended upon Senegal on the first day of Mahlamba and Matlaletsa's court appearance. They stormed the court building demanding the accused be handed over to them. A police vehicle was also burned in the rampage. Ethiopians vote as opposition alleges some irregularities. Ethiopia's elections chief said complaints by the opposition of the irregularities in two regions risked tarnishing polls on Monday, billed by the government as the country's first free and fair vote after decades of repression. Election Board Chief Bertukan Midaxa said several opposition parties have complained their agents were beaten and their badges confiscated in two regions. Opposition leader Berhanu Neger said this Ethiopian Citizens for Social Justice Party, EZEMA, had filed 207 complaints. Local officials and militia prevented observers from entering many poll stations in the Amhara region and in the southern nationalities and peoples region, he said. No diamonds, but locals still digging in Kwahlati. Some informal miners searching for diamonds in Kwahlati, KwaZulu-Natal are not giving up. This despite expert evidence that the stones found are in fact quartz crystals. Some are still hard at work and others are still pushing to sell the stones they have unearthed. The majority don't believe the findings by the experts. Thank you for tuning in on the Daily News Trends.